Oh, you know, I'm gonna take out live. Let's do that. Hey. Hello, everyone. It is your girl, your favorite Friday night, 11 p.m. podcast. Your girl with the Misread podcast show. Ting. I'm trying to make sure I get my own live people that want to come on and say hey to me. I hope you guys had a phenomenal week, a prosperous week. I have my shades on. Let me give you guys a little spin. Hold on. Let me powder my nose and get it together. All right. I'm giving people on here a chance to come on. So hold on. Yeah, because my little thing is the lighting great or no? Let's just make sure my lighting is great. So let me stand up. Is Craig on? Craig, I'm giving you a chance to come on. Last week, Craig, you were disappointing. And I had a guest last week. So let's do a little 360. Oh, I'm going to start incorporating that. 360s with the shades. And you guys get a thumbs up, thumbs down. Like this belt is a little bit too big, but you know, we got a was that somebody that came on? Let me do a 360. Hold on. I mean, I'm in my small part of my closet, so we got a little 360. Okay, 360. I'm giving the Blue Ivy the. I wish I was a Carter. All right, so yeah, I'm like Beyonce's stepmother, the broke version. Okay, yeah. So this is the shades. Screenshot it. Screenshot it. All right, so we're here, y'all. Your favorite part of the day for the week. So if you guys saw my show last week, I had a guest. I was actually in Craig. Craig, are you really a diva every day? Yes, I am. Now, I have to ask this, Craig. What happened to you last week? We want to know. I was giving you internet hugs because my guest was eating me. He was coming for me. I said, Craig is going to come on here and eat you alive because he was just talking and talking. And actually, I got more to say about that. I just called him and he was going to come on. He's in town for a family reunion. And he taped my show in my studio, not the BFAM studio, for my actual podcast show that I do with other episodes. And we did that yesterday. We had a great time. And oh my God, about this kind of the same topics or whatever. That'll be out in like a week. And he's caught up with something. He can't get on the live today. But I was asking for you. What happened to you last week? Oh my God. I gotta screenshot this. DC, screenshot that, please. So I can let him know that he thinks that Debo was whack. Oh, because Debo, you can't tell Debo nothing. My other phone, I got my other phone here, but I got it on live, so I can't screenshot nothing. I don't know how. I can't do too much. You think my topic was whack? Dating don'ts? Because today, for the first maybe 10 minutes, I'm going to talk about that, and then I'm going to go into something else. Like I feel like we didn't get to it because it was like, because for me, I'm dating, and I hate dating. Dating for me is like loser, sucker. But I feel like it's important. But because he was there, we didn't really get into it, whatever. But you didn't even come on and say, hey. I don't appreciate that, Craig. Because even when I start doing my my media stuff, I'm gonna start saying the Misfit Podcast Show, episode 13, 14. Craig, come on now. You gonna start coming on, stop coming on. It don't matter who's on there. But you got jealous, Craig? Craig, you ain't got to be jealous. Craig. Don't be jealous, Craig. But if you for me, you for me. Because I was asking for you. I said, Craig, give me an internet hug. You need to come on, give me an internet hug. I was hurt. All I want is money. You're not focused on the man. Just don't think as you are dateable as you were when I first met you. You damaged goods in my world. Now, why are we starting off like this? Craig, I'm finna give you some shade. On that note, we're gonna come back to that because we are talking about a little bit dating, a little bit in the very beginning, but going to my other topic. Let's start with what the fuck is Craig talking about? Let's go. What the fuck? Craig, I see you on one today.
No physical discipline. Don't mom me. No. You had your warning. You had your chance. I told you to listen. I told you stop disobeying my rules. I told you being cute ain't shit if you have no education. I told you stop disobeying me. I told you to listen and do as you're supposed to. I told you to do good in school. I told you to do your daily routine, and you yet to even do any of it. And you thought you were disobeying me today, and I was not coming to cut this hair off. You're sadly mistaken because you thought being pretty was so much better than being educated or listening to your mom, right? Yes, this is what happens when you don't listen to your mom.
But do you feel like I abused you?
No. Can.
Do you feel like this form of discipline was a lot better than any other form of discipline, like physical abuse that I could have used?
Yeah.
So you can email in.
You know I love you, right?
Yeah.
You know I got your back, right?
Like last week,
you know what I'm doing right now is to make you a better person, right?
Yeah.
How many times have I spoken to you about this?
A lot of times.
How many times have your teachers called me? How many times have you not handed in homework?
A few times.
It's just so funny that you guys all took it upon yourself, over thousands of people, to pick up the phone and call the police on me. And they didn't come because they know about my kid. And just because you won't do what you have to make sure that your kid is saved and protected, doesn't mean that I won't.
My sunglasses, I can get busy. Okay. I have a lot to say about this. I feel like she is, now that's extreme. I wouldn't cut my daughter's hair, but I understand where that mom is coming from, because I can guarantee her daughter is a beautiful girl. The mom is a beautiful woman. But if her mother said, go in your room and do your effing homework, like I said, turn in your homework, your teachers should not be calling me saying, homework, still not done. Assignments, still not done. The school doesn't care. So she's being a parent, because there are some parents wondering why their kids are still repeating grades. Or they want to complain in May, why does my child have a 0.0 GPA? Your child ain't turning nothing, sir, ma'am, since August. Why do you not know this? Well, since she knows her daughter likes her hair and nails, whatever she likes, she knows that's what her daughter likes. Some girls or boys or whatever like sports. They are, usually if you're a child who's into sports, you can say, well, you can't play your favorite sport. You can't play your favorite game after school or whatever. But there are some parents who don't do shit. Those are the kind of kids who wreak havoc all day in school, who are told when they get to the front office, here, take this lollipop and this Capri Sun and go back to class. They go back to class and the teacher gets looked at and the kid goes, nanny boo boo. So I think, and people actually called CPS on that mother. And the folks that call CPS are the folks whose kids are the ones who wreak havoc in the schools. Guaranteed. So I'm going to leave that there. So that was my WTF, because I feel hair can grow. That was weave and hair can grow back. She wasn't hurting her daughter. She told her daughter, do her work. I told you 1,000 times, do your math homework, do your science project, whatever it was, because I have a daughter. Now, I wouldn't go to that extreme to cutting hair, but I understand she's trying to say, I'm serious. Your looks and all that are great. You have a brain. Sending you to school to do your work, not to be cute. Now, I give you these things to be cute, but that's not what it's all about. So that's WTF. So if you are a parent that called in to someone like her, you're whack. What is your kid doing? What's your child's GPA? And I can speak. I'm very a person who can stand on business and speak on this from multiple standpoints. And I will leave it there. I'm not going to spend my time with WTF, but that kind of angered me because the fact that people are trying to get her in trouble for that is insane. Your own child is probably wreaking havoc in the entire school. Moving on. Okay, so last week. So on that note, Mom, great job. Okay, it's extreme, but still the overall message, great job. Now, last week, y'all, I had Debo, Stacy. What does it anger you so much? She did what she did. No, I'm not angered. I'm angry because people were mad at her for it. I'm mad because people came for her. They called CPS. They tried to get her locked up and get her in trouble for it. So that's why I'm angered. I agree with the mom's punishment because she got the daughter's attention. She is trying to keep her daughter from going down the wrong road. And I wouldn't have cut my daughter's hair, but I would have done it. I agree with her tactic of she knows her daughter's makeup is a big deal. Like, for example, using myself, my daughter is an athlete. If I told my daughter she couldn't play any sports, that would devastate my daughter. Cutting hair, that would devastate her. Yeah, but my daughter went to, plays professional basketball now. But at that time in high school, if I would have said you can't play volleyball, basketball, or track, that would be devastating for her. You should have seen them things a few weeks ago. They were nubs. Craig, we're talking about something serious right now. We're not talking about my nails. We're talking about something serious. You must not have any kids, Craig. Now, Craig, Anyway, so the last young lady, I agree with the mom. And she was trying to reach her daughter that she knows that would actually help her daughter. All right, so I'm a mom as well. So moving on. Craig, you gonna have me just not respect you very, very soon. I don't like ignorance now, Craig. I like fun, but I don't like ignorance. Now, so if you watched the show last week, which a lot of y'all did, because thank you for getting me over my first goal, over 200,000 devices locked in watching the show. Had a guest, Debo. We're going to do a couple things together, myself and Debo. He's very popular on TikTok. So we talked about the extremes and the don'ts of dating. Like, I mentioned little things like passing gas on the first date. Should a guy use a coupon on the first date? I mean, even DC was in on this. He was just so giddy. Meaning, should a woman, like I said, pass gas? Can a guy use a coupon? Should a girl pay on the first date? Those are very minuscule things. First of all, I'm not paying on the first date. That's not even happening. But we didn't get to what I really wanted to get to was the extremes. So on my podcast today, he came back in town for a family reunion today. Or was it yesterday? Yesterday. So I have a studio. I would never fart in front of my man. How unladylike. You know what, Stacy? I agree with you. Are you married? Stacy, this is a great question. I agree with you. But are you married? or just is this your husband? Because I feel like this. I am not gonna mess up my internal organs where I need intestinal surgery later. I got him good. Not yet, but I think, okay. Get him, girl, get him. Look, hold on, Stacey. I'm gonna give you one of these. Look, the Beyonce. Get it, girl. I am your version of the Beehive. Okay, so yeah, but my ex-fiance, I would do it, and because I know I drink a lot of water, eat a lot of asparagus, I eat Brussels sprouts, I eat lettuce, a lot of the things that when they go through I mean, those are things, that roughish kind of thing, and he would look at me like this. I'm like, oh no, baby. Very close. Very close. DC, remove that, please. DC, no more. I will not be disrespectful on my show. No more. Okay, so Stacey, let me tell you. I feel like in the beginning, no. But I wasn't even worried about that. I wanted to talk about like the big stuff. But because we have so much to talk about, we didn't even get to it. So the big stuff I was talking about, I want to get to is stuff like this. Would it be okay if somebody bought like a kid on a date? No, not just a date, a first date. If you're dating somebody as time goes on, of course kids are allowed because y'all are like you guys are one. You're dating, you're together. But the thing is, the first date. So the podcast on my show that in my studio, myself and Debo, we did a show about extreme don'ts on first dates. Don't. Now, again, the flirting and all that, that's very minuscule. If somebody don't date you after that, for that, they're not for you. Okay? So we want to talk about what not to do on first dates. Stacey, do you have in your top of your head, before I show the first video, an extreme, in your opinion, before I show mine, to make sure I'm not over the edge or over the top, an extreme don't on a first date? Like an extreme. I want to see if we're on the same page, because for me, the ones that I'm talking about are like, oh my God. Like, I'm talking about like, what the fuck? Why do you think that's normal? You must be crazy. Who thinks that's normal? Like, I'm thinking like the ones I'm going to talk about today are like that. Because in Atlanta, the dating already sucks. I have never, you know what? Okay, there we go. Stacey, hold on. Where's my lips? Stacey, we're on the same page. All right, let's watch the first video and we'll go from there. So we're on the same page, Stacey. All right, we're first video and we'll go from there. Let's roll.
I'm being funny. When you said you was coming through, I thought you was coming dolo solo, or I didn't think you was gonna bring the kid with you.
I'm a package deal.
I understand that, but on the first day?
Yeah.
On the first day?
Yeah.
Are you
So
serious?
therefore, you're going to sit here and be complaining, oh, she stood me up, oh, she couldn't come, oh, this, that. Well, shit, he a baby. What is he going to be interfering? What is he going to be doing?
Oh, hell no. I don't, just...
It's okay, baby.
It's okay. He's over there hitting up my furniture and kicking shit.
He not breaking nothing?
And I guess you bring him saying, I'm definitely going to get nothing today because you brought your little one with you.
It's the first day. Why would you think that you would be getting some anyway?
It's the first day. Why would you bring your kid with you? It's the same scenario.
Not?
Why not?
Why not? You asked to see me. You knew I had a kid. I couldn't find a sitter, so therefore I just decided to bring you. I didn't think it was going to be an issue.
You didn't think it was going to be an issue? You bringing your child to a man's house on the first effing day?
Yeah. What?
You and this child are annoying.
That's rude.
That's rude?
Yes.
What's... What? Oh, hell no. Oh, no. I can't do this. I can't do this.
Okay.
Girl, Stacy. Now wait a minute. Her baby is a arm baby, like crawling around on a strange man's floor. Now, I mean, the guy that just left, that was being obnoxious. Like I mean, when I say a loss for words, this lady thought on the phone. First of all, who's going to a man's house on a first date? And then you bring your not even 1 year, a baby who can't even walk. And then you bring him to the baby's house, the baby to the man's house. To me, that's an extreme, what the fuck are you doing? And then she's on her phone like, oh, he said, your baby's all over my couch. Da, da, da. He's like, oh, hell no. Honestly, yeah, Stacey said, that's a no-no. I would never bring my child on a first date. Now, if you're like have a relationship, it's established, yes, that's an extreme no-no. Like, where's the father? She couldn't get a babysitter. Okay, but where's the father? Unfortunately, I'm going to check a box on not around a statistic. Check box. So that's where this is going to. Not around another. It's not about race. Statistic. And again, I'm going to speak on this as a mother. I have never done that. Was using that baby to not have to have sex with him. This dude, she knew. Oh, Andy, you know what? A man has told me before. This is what's really trifling. Andy, this is what's trifling. A man has told me before, actually an ex-boyfriend, that he's had sex with a girl. This is a long time ago, with a girl on a first date, with the baby in the car seat on the floor next to the bed. I gotta make sure I'm very cognizant of not saying names. You know what I'm saying? Because people listening, they know who they are. And I was like, I'll say Fan. I don't want to say his name. Fan. I said, you were okay with that? Know what they said? It wasn't my effing child. Oh my God, let me get some water, child. I was like, the baby sitting there cuckooing. I mean, it was the baby in the car seat, so it wasn't even a walking child. So in a hotel, that lady bought her baby. My example, the baby in a hotel with the pumpkin seat, and the baby's just cuckoo playing with the little toys. Cuckoo. But that is the narrative of what is going on. Like, first of all, you can't get a babysitter for a couple hours. You can go do a little freak off. I'm lost. So I'm lost. So y'all, help me understand. Make it make sense. So this man could have been a pedophile, child molester. That first of all, we don't know what's been on that floor. He could have been doing P. Diddy freak offs. You have your baby on that floor with a diaper on? If I had room on my chair to spin in my part of my glam room, I would be like, woo, spinning. But I just, so on that note, I'm gonna spin like fucking Beyonce, dumbass Craig. Spin, 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 spin. What you're not gonna do is come on my show and disrespect me, because you could never, ever in your fucking life. I'm sorry, I came back. I'm back. I'm sorry. Sorry, Tracy. Sorry, Andy. Yeah, so I don't get it. All right, so those are, to me, that's extreme. That goes beyond like farting, passing gas. It doesn't make it. I mean, that's like, is your brain working? Are you that desperate for a man? I wouldn't even go to a man's house with no kid. I mean, I had somebody the other day. Okay, I'm gonna save mine for later, because I'm a single woman now. My daughter's, I'm an empty nester, but still, I'm single. Okay, so let's continue to prove my point of these extremes. Go to the next
one. Don't pay for this, so we can just go to my house and watch a movie or something. That's cool.
Your house? I didn't expect to go to your house.
What did you expect? I mean, you come in 8, you say you was hungry. Now we're gonna go just relax and burn this off. Like, what's wrong?
I mean, it's our first date.
So what? I mean, we came to eat on our first day. I'm paying for the meal on our first day. What's the difference? Don't be like that now.
I don't think I feel comfortable coming to your house.
What you mean? Like, what are you talking about? You got me paying for this. Your meal was like $30. Like,
that's it. That's not a lot.
Coming to my house not a lot. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what is you saying?
It's
like,
just our first day. I don't feel safe coming to your house.
But you feel safe coming to eat and let me pay for it. You feel safe for me to spend my money.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. We ain't doing that. Like, all right, just cash out. You just cash at me.
Cash out you?
Cash at me your $30, and you call your Uber.
You serious?
I'm dead serious. I mean, you gonna have me come take you out and get you a nice meal, got your margarita and everything. Like, so, I mean, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. That's over. I'm gonna go ahead and pay for mine. I'm gonna get up out of here. You feel me?
But
I'm good.
Are you serious?
You got it. You have a good day, and I'm gonna block you.
Oh my gosh.
He said he gonna block. Child, first of all, him saying he gonna block me would be a blessing. I mean, first of all, he said, I need some more feedback before I go into my, because I already know what I'm gonna say. I choose videos based on my opinion. $30. That's why I posted today that thing where I was like at the Ritz-Carlton chilling by myself, relaxing. Because I always say women want things from men they can't do for themselves. Well, I'm not one of those. So I'm gonna do, if you don't do it, I'm gonna do it my fucking self. I mean, I'm not going, all because she would not go back to his house and Netflix and chill. Who's doing that on a first date? Now, if you're with somebody, of course you go back and get freaky dicky with your man. They're gonna do whatever. I don't know you. You could be the Jeffrey Dahmer of the century. And now because she don't want to go back to your house, she gotta pay for her own date. If you that bust and disgusted and broke over, because they wasn't no 5-star restaurant. They wasn't like some a place I would take my daughter when she was little. I don't even know, but I don't know. Like, she would go with her basketball team. She was leaving basketball practice. But I mean, the fact that he was like mad, to me, that's giving grapey. I need somebody. I mean, this is my opinion, but I need somebody, even if somebody's on live right now, I need somebody to give an opinion, because this is just my opinion. Like, I know if I would have had Jared on here, he would give his opinion, but y'all getting my opinion, and I'm a female because I feel like I've chose videos where I don't agree with. If we take someone on a date, you ask them. Now, if she would have said, sure, no problem, okay, fine. She said no. Leave it alone. Move on. Because you're giving gravy. You're giving gravy. Cash at me this, cash at me that. If you are that pressed over $32, you shouldn't be dating. Because we all know dating takes money. If you're looking for a wife, if you're looking for ass, just go buy a prostitute where there's no argument about what you want. You don't need to be deciding about if you're coming back to my house, because the expectation is already there. There's no debate about, are you coming to my house? Are you coming to the back seat of my car? They already know. They outside in a G-string. Just go that route. I think the promise is him some. Okay, hold on. I'm reading Andy. Hold on. I think there's something else going on here. I think she promised him some and then reneged. It seemed like it was about the money. He was hurt about her saying she didn't feel safe around him. Bad move by her. Now, bad move. See, the thing is, bad move. What do you mean? I think that a lot of guys feel like when you go on a date with them, the automatic expectation is yes. I've gone on some fabulous dates and I'm not sleeping with you. Like, for example, I got engaged in Europe. Now, of course, we got engaged in Europe. My fiance at the time got a bunch of ass that night. We got engaged in Europe. We were together 2 years. Of course he got ass that night. Duh. It wasn't the first night. It wasn't the first date. He didn't get that on the first date. No. No. Hell no. But like, I need you to listen to this conversation, Messy. Okay, so women need to understand that when they're on a date, they're on a trial just as much as we are women are not acting very much nowadays on a date. So when people are on a date, they shouldn't expect ass, is what I'm saying. They shouldn't expect ass.
So without being it, talk to me, give it to me, and then it's not for real fans.
I'm on my live show.
Right, I know. Say it. Talk to me, baby.
So right now, the question is, we're talking about if you're on a date, people are expecting ass if you're giving them a nice date.
They should do that.
We know. It's like, I would just give my example of, I got engaged in Europe, this extravagant engagement. Of course he got ass. We were together for 2 years, but that wasn't on the first date. That was after being engaged for 2 years. I mean, dating for 2 years and got in Europe. And of course he got the freak monster.
But if a man or even a woman, the first date, they try you like that, you shouldn't even deal with them no more.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But the last caller said, he said, okay, hold on. Somebody said, Stacey said, I agree with Andy. The woman felt entitled to be treated a certain way on the first day due to social media standards now. Yes, I feel there's no way I'm going to fuck a man on the first date. There is no way I'm going to fuck a man on the first date. Who do I look like?
Okay, so let me ask you this, Ray. So what if the lady meet the man? She not feeling him, but she had a hard time, and she knows she can fuck him real fast to get the money. Do you think she should do it?
See, the problem is this. My last week's topic was about, you know, right now we talk about extreme don'ts on dates, right? So the topic
Don'ts on dates. Oh, okay.
Extreme don'ts, like it's beyond like don't fart. You know, we're now talking about girls bringing kids on dates, asking for money on first dates, shit like that. So the last video that we're dissecting right now is when, you know, gave you a nice date, and then now it's like, come back to my house. Now a lot of women do that, but I just, in my mind, I'm like, so the last video was like, this guy was like, okay, well, I'm gonna pay the tab, and then it's like, well, come back to my house. She's like, I'm not doing that for, you know, bill that costs $35. Then now he's like, well, bitch, give me my money back. Cash at me your half of the bill. When I say that's so, like, who's doing that? And I don't understand that logic. For me, I don't understand the logic.
I don't think a man should do stuff like that. But a man ain't gonna be a man. See, I'm a man at the end of the day. It just depends on your vibe.
I just don't get it.
Me, I'm the type of man. I've never said it, but I'm just envisioning on any other man. I've never said to a female, I've seen my goddamn money. I've never did that. You get what I'm saying?
That's if you that pressed for $30, you should be dating down somewhere.
Maybe the man want them to go off. Even though they don't care, but it's probably just, you know, like, bitch, I want your attention. You get what I'm saying? So
hold on. Andy's saying, why does it matter that it was only $30? If it was $2,000, it's okay to go home with him? No, Andy. But the fact that he's saying, I mean, no, but he bought up $30, but it's like, no, I'm not going home with you either way. If you ask him to go out, but because you paid for my dinner, you're expecting ass. Right. You're ridiculous. You're expecting ass after our first date. Only broke hoes do that. Only fucking broke hoes do that. Andy, have you ever had a girl give you ass on the first date? Andy, I'm waiting. Andy, he said he didn't ask for sex. He asked for some comeback and watch a movie. Now, Andy, we know Netflix and chill means sex, because me and my ex, any man that I'm with, any man, my like relationships, we never watched that whole movie. That movie ended up watching us. Let's be honest. Nobody don't watch no fucking movie. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Netflix movie, nobody trying to watch no damn movie. But when you with your man, who cares about the fucking movie? But anybody else, I ain't coming to your house, because I know what that means. Have you ever, Andy, had somebody come? You must like the dinner before a movie. Like the dinner before her.
That's not right for them to do a woman like that, though.
It's not on your first date. You could be Jeffrey Dahmer, literally. So, Andy, you didn't answer. Have you ever had somebody come back to your house? Have you ever asked somebody to come to your house and?
That is true.
You ever had somebody come to your house and come watch a movie? You ever asked somebody that after a date, Andy? I'm curious. And it was just a movie, like just chill at your house, watch a movie. Andy, I'll also be the best man you ever met. I'm not saying that you could not be a best man you ever met, but I'm saying, have you ever asked a woman to come to your house and watch a movie after you guys had a great date? And she was like, okay. This is a great question. Be honest, please. No judgment here. I'm just trying to make a point.
Do you got StreamYard?
That's what I'm on right now. Yeah.
Can you send me the StreamYard link?
Yeah. Yes, I have. And did you guys have sex? What's your? Send me I need your email. Cause my show ends in like at 12.
Okay, we got 20 more minutes.
No, it ended sex. You know what, Andy, you get a whole Beyonce twirl for that, baby. Let me tell you something. Let me move my chair. You get a Beyonce twirl for that, because I respect that. That means you are a good guy. Everybody is not like that. Everybody, go to my YouTube, look it up. It's on my YouTube page. Because I mean, what's it called? I say don't get cussed out over here. It's on my YouTube page. It's on my child. Stacy. That was somebody named Messy Doll trying to be an asshole on my show. She's trying to support. You guys will be supportive. I appreciate it. Thank you. I gave you a twirl, but I like the fact that his answer. Thank you. Yeah, we gotta get to some more examples. I have some I give great examples to prove my points. Okay, y'all. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so that's a great one. Next, let's go. Yeah, keep going.
No, why would I come to your place? This is our first day.
Another one.
Yes, I have Netflix, but like, no, I'm not coming over. Yeah.
That's literally a game where like Wednesday, you just expect you to just fucking pay. Alright. We'll go back to my place. We're just gonna watch a movie and I'm gonna drop you.
I'm not comfortable watching a movie with you. It's our first date.
First date.
Mom
into my house.
Bro, we've been talking for hella long. We've been texting.
But like, I don't do that. Off the first date. You want me to cash app you?
Yeah.
For this little $15 meal?
It was more than 15.
It was $15 for my food.
So you're not gonna cash app me? Alright,
I guess I will. What?
Chill, bro. I'm blocking the fuck out of you.
I'm done. Like, for me, I feel like, for me personally, I have chosen to probably not date men of the same ethnicity as myself, honestly, because I'm used to dealing with men that have financial means. Go with a woman if she had her own money. Whatever, go with a woman. Oh, like, what I mean, date a woman? That what you mean, Stephanie? I mean, Stacy? Are you saying whatever, date a woman? Is that what you're asking? I want to make sure I'm answering you correctly. Because I love your engagement, darling. I want to make sure I'm answering you correctly. No, I don't like vagina. The only vagina I've ever had to deal with and change and all that is my daughter. And that was just like, ugh. So no, I go only one way. I like dickly strictly. But now I'm celibate until I get me a husband. This last fiance, child. This is my third engagement. Well, over the course of 30 years, though. It's not like engagement after this is like 3 engagements over from the 90s, and then someone else, and then recently. So now I prefer this crazy man. But what I'm switching to is the color. I think that I don't think I'm built for men of color anymore. I think that, because I will say this, in the 90s, men were different. They were. My daughter, her father, because he put me on a certain level and a certain level of game with being how I was treated, It is hard to find somebody to measure up to that. And the only men that understand me are the men who understand that. And that's why I've always dealt with older men. Like, I'm giving an example. If back then, and we're talking about before my daughter, if a man said, I remember going into my handbag, like getting lipstick, and this man saying, why are you going into your bag? Are you going in your bag? I know you're not getting any money out. This is in the 90s, before I had my daughter. I was like, oh, no, I'm just getting lipstick. He was like, oh, okay. Don't you ever go into your bag and get a credit card or any money while you're around me. I'm from a small town. I had just moved here. So, I mean, that's all that I know. Now, as we progress, did I do things for him? Absolutely. For his son, that's my daughter's brother now? Absolutely. But I'm saying, but he showed me that early on. But that's not what it is now. That's why a lot of women don't get blessed. If you marry that person when you're young and get that when you're young, that's great. You know, you're like, damn, why don't we work? If we would have worked out, it would have been perfect, but we just didn't work out. But shit, you know, he understands when you, but that's the 90s. Now, what you bring to the table? Because there ain't no way I'm not going to be down for my man. I'm going to be down for my man. I am. But now, what I'm saying now, there is no way I'm going to be doing all that. Not going to let a man rule me with his wallet and bank account. It's all about power. And a man says to a woman, I have my own money. So do I. But I like being in a position where a man has power. Because I have degrees, I'm educated, but I like men with stature, men with power and stature. Why do you think all these, you know, like the Sierras and the Beyonce got her own money, but her man got more? He ain't counting her pockets. Sierra got money, but Russell Wilson has more. He ain't counting her pockets. They let the wives shine because they are secure within themselves. And I respect that, you know. So when a man treats you well, it's hard to dim your shit. And, you know, that's what I think. I mean, if I don't ever get married, it's fine. I don't even care. But I like to talk about this stuff because I am going to have a panel, I believe, on my show. Are you looking for money when you date or love? I love love. I love relationships. I love monogamy. I love companionship. I love power couples, people who are on the same page. I love that. But I also know when you deal with somebody like Beyonce or Sierra or Rihanna, you gotta be self-secure and you gotta know what you're dealing with. You can't be all mad because everybody in their face and all that stuff. And I've had men that have understood that because you can't get mad about it because everybody is like, oh my God, your girl is so attractive and so pretty. You know what I'm saying? Glam room confessional time. Okay, so I don't have a glam room ad confessional time because nobody gave me one, but I'm going to give you one. I'm going to give you something else. Okay. All right. So we didn't get to all my videos, but this is something else I'm going to continue to talk about. It's your girl, Miss Red, with the Miss Red podcast show, back again, giving you another little drop of what's getting ready to happen. You guys see my last drop, right? About me helping you guys out with businesses, whatever you got. Come on the show, advertise, call for a consultation, email at theredpodcast@gmail.com, 2Ds. All right, now I got something else that we're working on. It's called the Red Glam Room Confessionals. You know how I do those, what the fuck, at the beginning of my show, which are just like crazy stories for like 2 minutes? Well, we're gonna also incorporate secret confessions. People can just basically tell their story. You could be nameless, faceless, tell someone else's story. You could be on the show. You could be virtual. You can call in. You can write in. We'll get all that stuff worked out later. But I need you to send me your stories at the Gmail. I'm great to give right now. The REDD Podcast at gmail.com. The REDD Podcast at gmail.com. Don't forget, it's 2 D's. So, this could be big, y'all. Let's get it started. All right, so y'all heard it. Come on, y'all. Send some folks over here that want to bring their business on here. I would do that. We'll send you an email tomorrow. Thank you, Andy. And I will shout you out. I appreciate it. The love. Thank you. I appreciate it. I will send you, I will give you some. Where my lips? Look, where my lips? My lips are my. Those are my kisses. Those are my kisses. I keep the lips close. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love you guys' engagement, and I really, really appreciate it. When I was reading, I was like, that was the producer in the back telling me I got to do my promo. So I didn't get to all my videos because I'm a talker, y'all. I need a 4-hour show. On the first day, LOL. Let me tell you something. If and when God blesses my situation to be like the next, my goal, honestly, y'all, the goal is to be bigger than Wendy and Oprah combined, because I have a mixture of the two. If you guys go to my other platform, you will see my other platform and I have a studio. It's a different type of podcast platform, and I hope you guys reach out on that email you guys heard, and I would love to continue to connect with you guys, because it's a great the platforms are so different, but it's still me. It's still me. We didn't get to even segment 2. I'm looking at the time. Okay. He'll let me know if I gotta. But I love the engagement. The engagement is what keeps me going. You guys are the reason for the season. And I had a segment 2, but I do that just in case I get a lot of people to come in and be positive. That's why somebody got removed. I love positive engagement. Right? So I just feel like extreme dating and all that kind of stuff, it's important because everybody doesn't meet the love of their life. Andy. Okay, Andy, you get a Andy. Let me move my chair. Andy, you get a. Yeah, take a screenshot if you want to. This is like the Beyonce, a regular person Beyonce. Oh, my belt is too big because guess what? My waist is so little. This isn't me. I gotta get a small. Yeah, the thing is, when I'm gonna go ahead and go out tonight and try to promote the show, I'm like, oh, I don't even like going out after the show because I'm used to having my ex-fiance drive me. I hate driving. So now I'm like, now I gotta drive. So I don't have a man now. So now I'm like, I gotta drive myself. I'm like, ugh. I can get an Uber, I guess. But I'm like, that's safe. I'm like, But I love the engagement. You guys have my information. You have questions. You want to be on the show. We can do this next time when you guys like being live. Like somebody emailed me, it was on my live. What are the 3 main things you need in a man? Gotta have God in your life. You need to have a moral compass. And you need to be a person who is stable in more than one way. You need to be a person that's stable in your life. Like you can't be a homeless person. You can't be a person who doesn't have a job. And you cannot be a person who doesn't have goals. Now, of course, that means you're probably going to be a person that's stable financially, because I'm not attracted to a person that's not who's all over the place. Like, you know, I've never had men like that. So for me, that means you don't have any goals, right? So that means next week, I'll be talking about segment 2 of the show. I didn't even get to this part. And I always do extra just in case I get some people who want to talk about. So Stacy and Andy, I'm a manager at McDonald's. No chance. Yeah, you know what? You're trying to be funny. You probably are the owner or the GM. You're trying to be funny because I'm trying to franchise me a couple of those. But thank you guys, Andy and Stacy, for coming in tonight. I want you guys to email me your information, because people who come in my show and give me love, I don't forget that, because I know I'm going to the next level with my show. And people who come in and participate and engage, I don't forget people who give me love out in the very beginning, right? So I appreciate it, and you guys deserve some big kisses. And thank you. So yeah, send me an email, and I'm going to stay in contact with you guys. And the diva is checking out for the night. And I will see you guys next week, I hope. And the episode 8 of the Miss Red podcast show is coming out with Debo next week. We just filmed it yesterday. And peace out. And I will see you guys next week. Same place, same spot.